what, in your experience, what are the kind of issues that PLR addresses best?
All the issues.
Okay, so give us some examples of, when it comes to, let's say, negativity, anxiety, depression, or when it comes to, family relationships. What are the successes you've had with this?
Okay, so the success rate with past life, I would say, is around 90%, 95%.
Okay.
Okay, 5% I'll give, or 10% I'll give people. They leave it halfway through. Okay, so that is something that they should not do it when before. That's the only reason. Otherwise, you can have 100% success rate with past life regression if you are doing it properly with a trained therapist and you have the faith that yes, I'll be healed. So definitely you'll be healed. So it's 100% success rate. Now with different issues, I have got different success rates. I remember. What do you want me to talk about? I can talk about almost everything.
Give us an example. What's your most memorable case?
My most memorable case, I remember it was way back in 2010. And this lady had come to me for a tarot reading and was telling me that I, I, I'm not getting divorced. And I looked at her and I said, this woman is not getting divorced because she's not wanting divorce. And she's telling a different story all the time. So it doesn't make sense to me.
Hmm.
So I said, you know something, you're not getting the divorce because no, my husband is not giving this, that. And then I said, why don't we try past life regression to see what's the reason you're hanging on to that husband of yours? And she said, okay, let's do that. And when I did her past life regression, she had a lot of victim lifetimes with her husband. And well, fortunately or unfortunately, in this case, there was no perpetuator. She was never the perpetuator for her husband.
Okay.
There was a perpetuator in a different situation where she had raped as a man two other women. So that was her perpetuator. So it was not this husband of hers, which was she was a perpetuator to him. No.
Hmm.
The moment we released that, the perpetuator lifetimes and these victim lifetimes, within 5 to 7 sessions, she got a divorce. The divorce which she was fighting for 8 to 10 years. And it was a very painful relationship, Ruchira.
Hmm.
The husband was having an affair.
Oh.
She knew about it. He knew. He was very open with her. For her this daughter, he had kicked her when she was pregnant, and the
Oh
daughter
gosh.
was an autistic child. It was a very painful thing. Finally, she got the divorce, and she walked away. Today, she's happily married.
How
Uh,
lovely.
yeah. But it is like mm, it was amazing that she just found her answer. She had come with so much of issues and so much of this, but what I liked about her is, as I said, she did the therapy and then she herself became a healer today.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, how wonderful.
And she did a lot of therapies, workshops with me. Past life was one of them. Hypnotherapy was there. She worked, theta healing was there, tarot was there. Nearly everything she learned from me, and she went. And she wanted to open her own center. And, very articulate, very good, based in Dubai and all that. So it was like a very nice case, which I felt because this woman got a closure because she didn't give up. So within a year, her whole life shifted. From 8, 10 years that she's fighting for divorce, the husband is being abusive, verbally, physically abusive. She
Oh.
walked out. She walked out. So that was a very remarkable case. The second remarkable case I remember was this person who had come to me, huge debt, about 25 to 30 crores debt he had.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and so when we started working on him, he also saw a lot of past lives. In those past lives which he saw, there were numerous cases where he was very, very offensive towards women.
Okay.
And he was also, and fortunately or unfortunately, he was like an elderly person, 40, 50, 40, 50, 55 years old when the downfall started. And one of the women which whom he had been physically very abusive, actually entered his life as his daughter-in-law. So now you cannot even
Oh,
make that connection. But the moment she came in, all his guilt, suddenly triggered,
surfaced.
surfaced, and he had a big fall in the financial aspect, and he didn't know the answers. And then the thing was, he was not very open initially. Later on, when he had the faith and he found the answers to his issues, he was happy. See, as long as, and he started seeing shifts in his business also. So rather than make, he would enter into projects which were wrong. So that
Mm.
was very, very important.
That's incredible that you're automatically, because you have that karma sitting there, and it doesn't have to be always triggered right from the beginning. Something else can trigger it during your life.
Yes.
That means.
People think that, okay, this is this person because of which my karma is getting triggered. No. With this case, I realized that it can be anybody entering your life. It can be your birth of a grandchild also, and can suddenly bring your downfall. And you'll
Mm.
be thinking what happened, and you will not even zone into that reason.
Yeah.
It was only because of this case study I realized that this particular person had the issue not because of the wife or something or the children. He
Mm.
had it because of the daughter-in-law.
Mm.
So that was one good case which I resolved. Then there was this one case in which I was working on this person. She was a bipolar since a very long time, and we worked on her, and there was a huge, huge shift in her, and a lot of past lives again, in which she persecuted. When she persecuted, and when you persecute, and there is a hole in the auric field. A
Okay.
lot of things can either come from outside, or a lot of your own things can get surfaced. So you need to just resolve that, and the moment you do that, um, things are fine, things are good.